What is up, you guys? It is me again, as you can clearly see. And you guys can hear my voice. It's still a little, because it turned out that it was COVID that I got at Comic-Con. So here's the deal. There are people going out places that they know when they know they have COVID, and they just don't want to miss the Comic-Con. So they just go anyways, and guess what? That spreads and gets other people sick. They're selfish people. God will deal with them. Then, of course, there is a type of COVID, actually, that doesn't have any symptoms. You could have it and not even know it. So those, the God won't do anything with hold them accountable for that, because His mercy is upon those, that are ignorant, meaning they don't, just things that they don't know. Doesn't the word ignorant mean doing something ignorantly means doing something when you don't know it's wrong? But yeah, you can't, He won't hold those people accountable for going places if they didn't know that they had it. So, unfortunately, I caught it on Sunday, I think, because I was there on Friday, and then I went back on Sunday. I skipped Saturday, and then I started having this little cough in the car with my dad on the way back, but I don't think I was contagious yet. Unfortunately, my mom has it too now, so please pray for her. I'm feeling better, so you guys don't have to pray for me anymore. But pray for my mom. She's got it too. And please pray for my dad that he doesn't get it. The only thing I'm having right now is just like a little bit of a cough still, and not much of a sore throat anymore, just a little bit, and my ears are plugged up. So that's it was a horrible cough when it started on Sunday, or when I slept through the night, and Monday I was just like, wow. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, until today, I didn't have any. I had to keep having cough drops. These right here. So yeah, next time I'm going to Comic-Con, I'm wearing a mask, so. Anyways, this video, as you can see in the title of this video, do not take more Benadryl than what the package directs you to. I'm going to get into why. Excuse me. You might think it's kind of weird that people abuse Benadryl for recreational use. It is actually kind of strange. I agree. I used to do it as well, and this is exactly why I'm making this video, so people watching this will stay the hell away from this. Don't do drugs, kids. That's a saying going around. Stay away from drugs, kids. Stay away from drugs, anybody, not just kids, This is the most horrendous thing you can ever have. Like, literally, it's just, I can't even describe it. I can't even make you guys understand what it feels like when I explain it, unless if you've taken way like that too, it's just crazy. It's turn the music down a little bit. So there's a drug inside of the, there's a chemical inside of Benadryl. It's called DPH, or the long scientific name, if you will. It's called diphenhydramine. And diphenhydramine is the main thing that causes your runny nose and stuff like that, your allergies to go away so you can sleep better at night. But if you take too much of it, it keeps you awake and it makes you feel all weird and funky and everything. I like literally like on Monday, no wait, before I caught COVID, I think it was like Saturday, I took only 2 Benadryl and I felt funky for like the rest of the day. Like it was kind of weird. Like seriously. I used to take like 24 of them at once for recreational use. 15, 10, 7 of them. I'm going to get into what it, like, how the symptoms feel and everything like that, what it feels like to be kind of like high or having a bad trip on Benadryl, just so you guys can stay the crap away from this. It's not good. It's terrifying. All right. So if you take what it tells you on the box, like 1 or I can't remember, like most of it's probably is like 2 every 6 hours or something. But it's 2 every 6 hours, and I was taking like 7 of them at once, 10 of them at once, 15 of them at once, 24 of them at once. It's just wow, it's just crazy. It's so insanely, like it's just messed up. The only way you'll understand what I'm talking about is if you've experienced it before. If you've done it before, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It lasts for like 5 hours. And so when you take, start with 24. But 24 and 17 isn't that much of a difference. Just like, yeah, it's not that big of a difference. 12 and 15 isn't much more than 17 either, so it's just like... Alright, so I'll explain as much as I can remember from all the times that I've taken them. That many of them. And experienced the trip or what... I know this is a drug report on a Christian channel, but I'm precisely making this to have you guys stay away from this. It's really, really scary, and I'm just making it because I don't want anybody to even accidentally taking too much of it, because if you accidentally take like 5 of them, it's really scary. So, so 24 of them, you take 24 5 at a time, and within 18 minutes, yes, I timed myself. I timed it until how long it took until it all kicked in back in 2015. I haven't taken 24 of them in like a long, like since like 2015. And for good reason, you'll see. And it's just... So once it kicks in, you feel kind of like a little weird, kind of funky, kind of. And then within like literally less than 10 seconds, you're already regretting it. You regret it every single second until it wears off, which is like 5 hours later. So you have this weird feeling in your body, like you have this weird, I can't explain. It's one of the scariest parts, actually. It's so weird that it's scary. It's terrifying. You have to like keep staring at your hands like the entire time, like this, and then you just like you can't do anything too fast because it'll scare the crap out of you. You're like you open your hands slowly, and then you just like that, and then you gotta keep looking at your hands because you keep thinking that they fell off or something, um, which is really weird. And you have this weird, and you can't speak either. You can, but it sounds like your voice is in the other room, and it's just so weird. You stand up on the ground, and then you look down at your feet, and you look so high up. You look like you're 1,000 feet. The ground is way down there. Your senses are extremely enlightened, and you're like, it's just like shower, like a nice, warm, relaxing, hot shower feels like you're getting stabbed with needles, like literally. And then one time I had to use the restroom so bad, like number one, and I was so scared too because I didn't know exactly 100% where I was. I thought I could have been out like walking in the mall or something like that, even though all the surroundings just looked like I was in my bathroom. I just didn't want to know, I just didn't know for sure where I was. So I couldn't go. I wasn't brave enough to take a leak. And so it's just so weird. I mean, like it's just, and you're dealing with all this stuff for like 5 hours. Not only that, but there's hallucinations mixed in these as well. Like, don't you don't want to hear about what it's like with the lights out. Like the darkness moves, like the absence of the light, obviously. The darkness moves when the lights are out. Like, I was watching something on YouTube, or playing GTA 5 or something like that, and I was, I looked under, I was in the dark, and I looked under, like, let me show you. See under there, underneath the TV, right there on the TV stand, underneath the sound bar, there's that dark opening right there where my Xbox is. Yeah, it was like that with the lights out, and there was this like black cloud of darkness that was moving towards me, and I was and then I was sitting on my couch one time. Again, all this is years ago, and I saw a spider that was transparent. So the most common hallucination you see while taking like so much Benadryl at once is like transparent bugs, like gnats or flies, or you feel like you're having stuff crawling on you. Not to mention a black beard. Looking in the mirror at my black beard, I would think that it's a giant nest of spiders just crawling over my face, because things morph into weird things when you're on this drug, and it's just it's crazy. So I saw a transparent spider the size of a football, and the leg span was like 6 feet, and it was crawling towards me, and when I looked away, it stopped. But when I looked back, or when I looked away, it came closer to me. I could see it through the corner of my eye. But when I looked at it, it stopped. So I was like, just like, what in the world is going on? Like, what the heck is that? And I've read people's like reports and stuff online back then, and they said before in the dark, they had a guitar strapped to the back of a chair, and they were having a conversation with it for like a half an hour, thinking it was a person. A full-blown mannequin would look like a person, because you're hallucinating everything. You don't know what's going on. Blah blah blah. Things that look close to other things look identical to the one thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, actually, that's might not be true that much, because in some cases, I should say, because when I was using the restroom one time when I was on that much, I looked at the wooden floor on the and it had those wood specks in it, and I was literally staring at a family of skeletons eating dinner. Literally, the little specks made out skeletons eating dinner at a dinner table in a house. Like, I was like, what in the world, man? It's like, what in the, like, it's like, it's just crazy. Like, it's just, it is absolutely terrifying. This feeling that you have too, it's like this indwelling feeling. It's like it's a feeling that's inside you. I can't even, I can't explain what this feeling is. It's just never, it's not sickness. I never got sick when I was on this, but this COVID that I had, the symptoms of taking 24 Benadryl was worse than the COVID thing. It's worse because it's scary, and this sucks right here. This COVID is going away now, but yeah, it sucked these past couple days while having this. But that Benadryl stuff that I did in the past, this doesn't even compare to that. That was just crazy. It's just really messed up. I like, people. There's this guy on YouTube, many years ago that said that when he did it with his friend wasn't able to, his friend was in his little sister's room it was so small, it had no windows in it, and it was dark. It was pitch black, door shut. It took him an hour and 30 minutes to get out of the house, or to get out of the room. And it's extremely accurate, actually, because you don't know what a door is. You don't know what stuff is while on it. Like, so if you try to open an app on your phone, it scares the heck out of you, making you think that you just pressed a button to trigger a nuclear bomb or something, and you don't know what it does. So no matter what app it is, the app that you use every second of every day, on this, you have no idea what it is. You have no idea what it is. So it's like, as far as I'm concerned, you can mistake your phone for a dollar bill or a piece of bubble gum. So literally, it's crazy. It's like, really, it's insane. It's stay away from this. It's absolutely horrendous stuff. I'm sure everybody else's experiences on this drug is different, but I'm sure there's people out there watching this that have had the same experience of it that I did, and it really is this weird, scary, terrifying feeling you don't want to ever have. Like, just the feeling it gives you. It's like this I can't explain. It's like this feeling, kind of like weakness, or I just can't explain it. Like, I really can't. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what it's called, but it's just absolutely terrifying. And it's so scary that any second you think you could get put into a panic attack if you're not, if you don't keep calm. Whenever you feel like you have to keep, like, that you're about to go into a panic attack, you just have to keep telling yourself, like, oh, you just took a lot of Benadryl, blah, 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 you're fine. It's all good. It's not, nothing's real. Whatever you see here, blah blah blah, is not real. I mean, it doesn't really do anything much to you. So when you say that, you have to just keep trying to calm yourself down constantly, despite seeing like giant bugs on the wall and like football-sized spiders crawling towards you, or darkness moving to you in the dark when your lights are turned out. It's just absolutely crazy. I don't know how to explain this situation. Like, I just don't know how to explain this anymore. I'm just explaining. Next thing, extreme memory loss, by the way. I remember how the symptoms and stuff felt because you experience it like all the time while you're on, until it wears off, like 5 hours later. So yeah, but anything you're doing, like literally, like you're in a conversation and then boom, like 2 minutes later, you have no idea what the crap you were talking about whatsoever. You're like, huh? What were we talking about? You ever like, it's just like like seriously, like it's just crazy. It's just absolutely nuts. This one guy one time on a YouTube video that was explaining his experience on it said that when he did it, he would just stay in the bathroom for like 9 hours. Not 5. He took probably like way more or something like that. He probably took like 40 of them or something. But because he stayed in there for like 9 hours because his dad was just sitting down just right out the side of the door, and you can't hide yourself while you're on this drug. Like, you can't hide the fact that you're tripping on it. You are completely messed up 100%. So there's no hiding it. Somebody takes a look at you, you look like a walking zombie that hasn't slept for like 17 days or something. It's just absolute. There's this also, I think it's the same guy who said that his family was out in the living room another time that he did it, and he didn't know where he was. He thought he was somewhere else, and apparently he pulled his pants down in front of all of his family members, and then went behind the TV screen, like the TV stand. So obviously, like, and this guy is like, he's like 30 something years old. So it's like, it's crazy, you know. It's just absolutely insane. I don't know what to call the stuff that I'm extreme delirium. What you get on this, taking that much, is extreme delirium, extreme paranoia, extreme amnesia, and like a slight case of schizophrenia. This one guy I read in a report said that he was using his iPad for like a half an hour, and then after the half an hour was up, he was cracking up laughing because the entire time there was nothing on the screen. It was just like a dead iPad. He was hallucinating the screen like all lit up and everything like that, like it was on. So it's absolutely insane. If a mannequin fell over and all of its limbs and its head fell off, and you saw it while on all this, it just scared the absolute crap out of you because you think it's a real person. And literally, yeah, this guy tried to ask out a fire extinguisher one time. Not me, but one of the people I'm explaining that from a video that I watched. He fell in love with a fire extinguisher because he thought it was a real girl or a woman. So it's just like, wow, just like. And then there's also some other people. I'm closing it after this, but other people's experiences, they that are even more scary than how I felt for me. Experienced this guy like a guy in an all black like jacket or all black clothes, if you will, with like a black hat or something like that, standing in their way of going somewhere. I think it's called like the Hat Man or something like that. People see, and what it is supposed to some kind of like demonic appearance of like a guy in all black, like an all black not a black person, but like it's like a shadow of a person just standing in that's dressed in all black, but he's made out of a shadow, also wearing a black hat, standing in your way of going anywhere. So you just stop and you just keep like you're like, hey, bro, move. Not even knowing you're not even talking to anybody. So it's crazy. So I'm not making this video to encourage anybody to take this. Trust me, I would never do that. I'm making this video to encourage people to stay the heck away from this. It's absolutely insane. I've just told you what will happen if you take too many of them. Yes, if you take like 5 of them, it's not going to be as bad as like taking 24. If you take 7 of them, it's not, but it does have a horrible feeling to it still. So I do not encourage anybody. The only thing I encourage people to do with Benadryl is to take it as it's needed, and says how to do it on the box. Because if you take way too much of this, it is insanely terrifying, and I cannot even. You regret it every second for 5 whole hours. You just want this feeling to go away. The reason why I kept doing, I've taken 24 of them like 8 times. Way back, like before I was even saved in September of 2014, and also a couple times like after that. I kept doing it because I never thought that it would be as bad as not nearly ever as bad as it felt, but it always turned out to be, and maybe even worse. So I was stupid, and I don't want people to make those same stupid mistakes that I did, So if you know what I'm talking about, if you've abused Benadryl, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I tell you it is the dumbest thing you can possibly ever do. It is not going to give you a good feeling. It's not going to do anything, but it's going to really terrify you. It's going to scare the heck out of you if you take the right amount of it, like way more than the box says. If you take that much, it will take you into like a world of like, wow, just like, no. But no. I encourage people to only take how many it says to on the back, and however long it says to after taking one until you take your next one. So if it's like 2 in 4 hours, take only 2 and no more than 2 in 4 hours. If it's 1 every 4 hours, take 1 every 4 hours. Don't take more than it says to on the back in a short amount of time, because it will intoxicate. Yeah, well, I don't want to. I'm not gonna. It's not that. It will poison. That's what I meant. It's poison your brain to where it's yeah. So it's very, very horrible. So I hope that this video keeps anyone watching it away from taking too many Benadryls, and only takes as many as the back of the box instructs them to. So I hope you guys stay away from them.